Hello there everybody, I'm Darryl Griffiths. Welcome to my latest video of film review. I hope you've all been very well. Today I'll be reviewing the latest film from Daniel Ragussis, and it is the directorial debut of Daniel Ragussis. It is called Imperium. It sees once Harry Potter, now tackling a bunch of white supremacists. It almost makes you want to shout Cursed Child at the screen. Not that I'm encouraging, just a spot of Harry Potter in this video review. Not that I'm jealous of anybody who's seen the Cursed Child 2-parter already. Hopefully one day, in my case. So, Imperium. Daniel Radcliffe has had some inspired career choices along the way since being immersed in that wizarding world. We've had John Krakidis' Kill Your Darlings. We've had Horns, a very peculiar film. And we've seen him test his rom-com mettle in What If. But here, he is arguably his most challenging role to date. He plays Nate Foster, a newcomer to the FBI. He's sort of introverted and doesn't quite know how to fit in this field of work. But Toni Collette, his superior, who plays Angela Samparo, she believes that he even thinks that could be the ideal guy to go undercover and try and unravel a plot revolving around white supremacists. And this is a hot topic in the world. I think even more so now because people believing that voting in various countries is perhaps deemed just on race or immigration or gay rights and anything within that spectrum. And some people have this warped idea that it is white genocide. And Zamparo believes that Foster could go undercover, shave his hair, and really embrace and be authentic in immersing himself in this world and trying to deal with, initially, the low-level guys and really trying to get in cahoots with them and really try and find out what makes them tick, whilst gradually working up the ranks of this white supremacist pyramid, if you like, and trying to unravel any plots or any propaganda or plots that they have. And that is the crux, or the narrative crux, of this film. Radcliffe is frighteningly good in this. I've been singing his praises for a while as an actor, but here as Foster, the ferocity that he brings, so frighteningly so, as this undercover agent and immersing himself in this world, it is frighteningly convincing. And Radcliffe has just grown leaps and bounds as an actor. He really has. He's been on the stage as well as the screen, and I think over time you've really seen the progression and the development that he's shown over time. It is his most complete performance, and he's just astonishing here, I have to say. I think Ragussis, the director, he brings a lot of smarts to the film. Sometimes there's not a through line. I think particularly with the very provocative movie montages that he puts together and trying to showcase to the audience just how hard-hitting and warped this world is and the thought processes that these people have and the verbal bile that they spout. And he sometimes, particularly towards the end, it feels where it's trying to be ferocious and really drive home its point. It's a little bit slight and contained in its resolution, and maybe that slightly brings the side down. But as an overall debut, I think there is so much promise here from Ragussis. It's really ferocious. It's vigorous. It has plenty of energy, particularly in its marching sequences and these rallies that these people go to in trying to drive home and recruit people from various parts of the world. And Radcliffe, you can see the vulnerability in him as he tries to deal with it. And how on earth can he cope with this? Collette is great support as Zamparo. I think she's always reliable, Toni Collette. And I think, she really embraces this really sassy and strong-willed superiority role. And the moments with her and Radcliffe, the dynamic that they have, because, you know, Radcliffe, the debutant in trying to immerse himself in this world, and he doesn't feel comfortable, especially in the early stages. He's really reluctant and apprehensive, and Collette really drives it home with real panache. And the dynamic that they have is fantastic, and there's some brilliantly tense moments with Radcliffe and these fellow supremacists, and some of the bar that they have, it really does showcase what a troubled world we still live in. And you see with the shootings across America recently and the warped thought process of a certain presidential candidate, which I'm not naming him because he makes me sick to the pit of my stomach, and just this whole rhetoric that we lump everything together as immigrants or immigration, and it's just a race war, and it's not as simple-minded or as simply defined as that. And I think Imperium, for the most part, tackles it very well. As I said, I think the ending is a bit too slight and contained, and you're sort of hoping for a bit more punch compared to the previous, say, 90 minutes or so. But Imperium is a great debut from Ragussis. It solidifies Radcliffe as a real commanding on-screen presence. The maturity that he's shown since HP over the years has been fantastic, and Imperium for me is his best performance by a mile. Perhaps until Swiss Army Man, which is out next week, which I'm so excited to see. But Imperium is hard-hitting, full of ferocity, perhaps lets the side down towards its ending, but for the most part, it is a compelling watch. And that is my review of Imperium. I hope you've enjoyed my video review. Next up, hopefully, will be The Magnificent Seven, Antoine Fuqua's take on the Western classic starring Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. I hope you can tune in for that. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can do so below. That would mean a great deal. But for now, that is a wrap. I've been Darryl Griffiths. Hope you've enjoyed this video review of Imperium, and I will speak to you soon, guys. Take care. Thank you very much. See you later.